Cowabunga gamers, welcome back to another episode of Technological Journey. Last time, what did we do last time? We got metastable oganescent, and we also started working on the left side of the chapter here, working on getting the UIV sensor. We managed to get benzaldehyde. Yes. I'm not sure if we have the Nana. I can't even pretend to know how to pronounce this. I'm not sure if we have this, but we will be getting the Butylaniline this episode. Or that's where we're starting. Of course, we're going to get it this episode. That's where we're starting. We'll see if we have this. If we don't have it, we'll get it. But we should be able to get the sensor this episode at the very least. So let's just jump to it. Made 2 chemical reactors. So let's just get on with it. So for this, we need 2 liquid inputs. So that's a quad input hatch. If this loads, there it is. And then an item input plus. There we go. TFE, we should also get a few of these. So we will need them. So quad input hatch and then input bus. Yes. Pop. Okay. So the item input for this is potassium iodide, which we have. So let's go put that on tap over here. And the fluids, we have no fluid interfaces. Whoa. Okay. These 2. I know we have these 2. This isn't even going to be a competition. I checked before I started this episode, and we definitely do. I just hope we have enough. But we should. I don't see why we wouldn't. These just need to be set to a priority. So this outputs item and 2 fluids. Okay, so we need an output hatch. Hold on, I have too much stuff in my inventory. That can go, this can stay, that can go. So we need an output bus, we need an output hatch. EV. No, these should be filtered. We should get 2 filtered item, or 2 filtered liquid output buses. One for potassium hydroxide, which will go into a interface, and the other for this, which will go on a storage bus. It's always there. And this, yeah, that's a fluid. Damn. Can't place any blocks today. No worries. So this should be good to just go. It's not because why? Online. I literally put those on here, didn't I? Right? Yeah. Okay, there it goes. Doesn't seem like we have enough of this. We'll take a look at that in a minute here. I just want to make sure that, yeah, okay. We are good to go. I think we just need to put lithium iodide on here. And then we also need a 4K fluid cell. This is definitely overkill for potassium hydroxide. Just so that it has somewhere to go. And really we should have a trash can here. But we'll probably output it to the main net. So that works. We just need to take a look at, what was it? It was animal hide or something. So let's head over here and see where that is. So the components of this are, so that's what we're looking. No, we're not looking for this. That's not consumed. We're looking for hydrogen, nitric acid, and phenol, right? So phenol. Okay, so there's that. Phenol, hydrogen, this one. And that's going to be over here. Right, that is you, and you are empty of nitric acid. I love that for us. We are once again asking for our nitric acid. Why doesn't that go in though? Because we have it. Okay, so I think we're out of it because we're out of nitrogen. Is there a better way to get nitrogen? I don't think so. Because the way we're getting nitrogen is how we are. Oh, I know where it is. It's the room with the, I think it's tungsten. I think tungsten has it. Yeah, this should be giving us nitrogen. But it's not because we are low on liquid air. So I think we just need more liquid air pumps. So let me go fix that. Okay, we are back. Turns out I just didn't chunk load the liquid air drills. I also upgraded that distillery tower so that now it inputs into the main net into the fluid net instead of its own weird thing. That's definitely a product from long ago. And we are now back up to full on the aminophenol, which means we are probably full on. I'm in the wrong place. Where are we? I was in the wrong dome section. Anyway, we're full on this probably, yeah. Which means we can start working on the MBBA. Which is going to be, oh, we just need one. That's huge. So we need a quad input. And then a singular input. Quad input. Item input there. So we are, what are we looking for? We are looking for this. Haha. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. You'll love when I don't automate or passive a catalyst again. Because classic me, doing that constantly. That's the price of my hubris. I've learned that long ago. It's maddening, but at some point you just have to accept it. Filter. But here we are. I guess being 112 episodes deep in a Greg Tech playthrough is also part of my hubris. But it's been fun. It's been a fun ride. So we want not water. MBBA in here. Fluid storage. This is going to be water. And you, my friend, are getting the trash treatment. Aren't you? Good little trash boy. Okay. Hey, we got it. Which means this is slow. This is a... That's fine. Butylene, we have MBBA. So we just need liquid crystal detector, which is a mixer. I believe I made a mixer before I started this episode. I did. So What do we need here? We need a pump. We need a pump and a conveyor belt. Conveyor belt. This is making... You also need a tank, I guess. Bam. So you are going to be carbon nanotubes. You, I guess I should make sure everything's set to import. You are going to be the MBBA. You need to be a priority. And then I think that's it. We should be seeing, yes, so we just need to go put the nanotubes, right? Tap, and we should be getting our good juice, our liquid crystal detector. Now, I think theoretically, ooh, I don't know if we have that. Oh, actually, that's another thing we need to check. What tier UIV? I think these are on UIV. Okay. So let us come over here, right? Let's do 4 just for funsies. I wonder if I'll ever actually fix the assembly lines. I guess we'll find out. Ooh, does this need qubit? It doesn't need qubit, so it can come over here. Where are... Okay. So you are going to get liquid crystal detector. We also need to put liquid crystal detector on tap, which is cool. So let me get these set up and I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. Got everything set up. Just had to fix a few patterns. We needed to make black titanium cable, or 1x black titanium cable, and I used the wrong circuits for this. I used optical mainframes when I should have used the purple ones, the exotics. But we can now craft these, which is pretty big. Huge, in fact. So while this crafts, what's next here? What's next would be Advanced Fusion Mark 3. Oh no, so we need electric pumps, motors, pumps. Is there anything interesting here? I don't think so. Okay, let me get patterns in for these. Because again, there's nothing quite really that interesting here. It's just, we've done this before. It's just using the new UIV components. Actually, I guess while I have you, we can very quickly, right? UIV, yeah, we need electric motors. And then pumps. Cool, I will get patterns in for everything we need. And I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back after honestly a longer time than it should have been, but that's fine. Few upgrades, few changes, but we have Fusion Mark 3 now, which is pretty exciting. What did I miss? Nothing. And we got tantalite ore for some reason. That's fine. No problems there. So let's get this set up. It should be that. We are going to need some UIV input hatches. 10 more, I'd say. And to do this properly, what we want to do, there's a 4th and 5th tier. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Oh, I thought we were free from this, but I guess we were not. Let's preview this just to make sure I didn't misplace it. Yeah, no, I didn't. Good. Because I would have been furious. So we have, what do we need? We need some input hatches, which are going to be these, and we're going to need some output hatches filtered. We are also going to need fusion coil casings and blankets. Fusion coil casings. What am I? Coil casing, right? Okay, I guess there's just the one. Let's just get 30 of those really fast and then blanket, right? Fusion blanket base. 64 of those. Cool. There it is. And then that's still crafting, but I think that might be it. We're missing an input hatch. UEV. Now my question, we have UEV on this, right? Yeah, so we don't need UMV. Not that that would have been the biggest of issues. So what do we want? We want UEV wire, and we want a point. So let's wire this up while we can get in here easily. Okay. Blankets should be almost finished up. Stainless steel is way too slow. We're making stainless steel through the alloy furnace, which honestly is a weird way to do it. Oh, sick. It finished up. It formed. That is huge. So we want to make this heavy quark degenerate matter, right? Heavy quark degenerate matter, which means we need these three. Beautiful. I love this cable. We have none of this, but that's fine. Get some interfaces here. You're gonna be steam, obviously. Whoa, bucko. Let's see. Steam on a priority. And then as for you two are going to be, you're going to be heavy quark enriched matter, and you are going to be the deuterium super heavy mixture. I have no idea how we're going to get either of these. All I know is that we're going to need 2 filters. One for this one, heavy quark degenerate matter. And you are going to be supercritical steam. Supercritical steam just gets trashed, as it should. And you get a storage bus. Okay. So now once we plug all these in, why am I doing this poorly? Yes, okay. Steam, cool. So we got this set up. Heavy quark, degenerate matter, so we need deuterium comes from a large mixer. I think we may have most of that. And then this is light and heavy quarks. And light and heavy quarks comes from gluon plasma. Light gluons. Oh, aye. Okay. So this isn't too bad. But what we want, I think we want to passive this. So we need a stellar forge. Right? Oh no, what do we need for this? Okay, so while the stellar forge crafts, let's try to get the leptonic. Oh, leptonic. Didn't we do the leptonic charge? Or did we think about doing it? So if we head over here, ZPM, okay, so this should be good enough. Right, and this is assembler none. Leptonic charge, we're missing these, so we can do, do this, and then we can do something like this. Right. And then metal bender. So I think all we need now is to make sure we have the free electron gas in here. Yes. Which I don't think we do. We need to take a look at PBI, I think, as well. That seems to be low. What are we doing? We're doing this free electron gas. It's in there. Making a bunch of shit. Does this need to be reset? It does. There we go. And we got the leptonic charge. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So that works. We can get the Quark Gluon plasma. This is where it tells me I basically need to passive it. So let's... How close is this to being done? Not close enough. And also this is full. So let's... I'll bring it back once the stellar forge is built. Okay, we are back. Got the stellar forge built. I guess mostly built. We are probably missing a few bits. We are also missing these, but these are quick to put down. So what's the plan here? The plan here, I guess, would be to passive the gluons, right? So to do that, what do we need? What do we need to do to passive these things? Right? Okay. So let's see. Oh, before I forget, integral frameworks. Let's get these so we can upgrade our circuit assemblers, or the rest of the circuit assemblers. So Quark gluon plasma. So we are going to need 1, 2, 3 of these, right? And inputs on the right. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. some interfaces. Yes, we are. Ooh. Actually, we have a bunch here and here. Okay. So first things first, you are going to be you. This is going to be the degenerate plates, and you are going to be a circuit of 1. While we're here, let's centrifuge. Large centrifuge and then mixer. Large mixer. Cool. This was green. The subnet is going to be the green subnet. I really like this color. Okay. And then this just outputs the plasma. So we need an output hatch. We'll do LUV. Storage bus. Okay. So this should have UIV. This is a UIV recipe. Ugh, that's gross, dude. UIV. Okay. Do you even have any of this? UIV input plus, right? We should. We don't. We have none of this. Okay, that's honestly very fitting. So 24. I think, are we out of slots? We are. Shit. That's rough. That is actually disgusting. We can probably take this out. So then we just need the UIV machine hull. Xylon. Large assembler, none. So do we have UIV input hatch? We're just going to do this for right now. And then machine hull, assembler. We'll do 8 at a time. That's adamantium plates. Oh, this was an 8. Yes, okay, so we should have input hatch now. No, we're missing adamantium plates. Oh my god. Why are we missing everything? Why? Shouldn't we have had this by now? This is insane. I feel like we're just making more recipes that we should have already had. Input hatch go. If we were missing adamantium there, I would have lost it. I would have genuinely lost my mind. But we didn't, so we're good. So let's head back to here. No, this is too far. This is not too far, too close. Okay. UIV power. We need to take a look at power, man. We are drowning. But we are good. We are good. We're not going to worry about it right now. We'll worry about it later. But for right now, we're good. You're good. So what do we need to do here? Here, we need to do this. We need to have a interface with these two. With the crafted card. And then storage bus here. Extract only. This needs to be on a high priority. Right, and then if we connect this, if we bring it down, UIV, Stellar Forge, Quark, Gluon. Oh, this needs to be a 2. Now it should go. Yes? No. What are you missing? What are you missing, bud? Leviton charge, UIV. There's no difference between these two recipes. Hold on. So 1 plate gives us 4 dust. 1 plate. What the hell? This doesn't feel right. Okay, let's do the dust then. I am down to make that pattern, especially if it saves us that much. Holy crap. Can we make this? We can. Okay, that's wild. I'm glad I caught that. I can figure out why. What are we missing? What are... You have power. Let me figure this out. I figured it out. It's the components. We need UIV components for this, which means we need UIV emitter blocks. Okay, so while the emitters finish crafting up, let's take a look at the next step here, right? So we have this. This needs to go into a large centrifuge. So we need an input hatch and an input bus. We want the EV. Yes. So you go, and then you, and then this comes here. And then we want 3 filtered output hatches. Right? So this goes into a centrifuge. We get heavy, gluons, and light. You will be heavy. You will be gluons. And you will be light quarks. Right? And so next we want... Large mixer is for this. We can just grab a, hold on, UIV mixer. Okay, shit. Do we have a UIV mixer? We have a UHV mixer, but we don't have a pattern for a UIV. So let's throw in a UIV mixer. Right? UIV. Okay. I see what I did. Wait. UIV. Neutronium. There's no way. There is no way. What? We need UIV mixer for the heavy quark. Right? No, you need neutronium for this. UIV. I wonder if that's a bug, because I can't see that being real. UIV, what does the large mixer need? It needs electric motor block. So we have ZPM. Do we have a UEV? UMV? Is UMV above UEV? I think so. I think so. I guess we'll find out. No, we need a UMV input bus. But by now, we should have our emitters, right? UIV emitters. So this should be going, hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so we got the Quark gluons. And then the heavy Quark comes from the mixer. UMV motors, okay. This should do it, I hope. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so where are we at right now? We are here. So if we bring this down, right, we have, this goes into here. You're going, and then we need, what even was this? This was the separation electromagnet. We're just gonna use storage buses for now, mostly because I want to make sure this works the way I think it works, which I think it does. So you go in there, you need tape, right? UHV, so we need a UHV motor. Easy enough, at least I hope it's easy enough. So after that, we come here, we get a quad input hatch. Quad input hatch with a fluid interface. And this produces heavy, these two, but we also need an input for a circuit of 2. right? And then we just need an output hatch. Okay, so UHV motor. This should... We need a UHV input bus as well. UHV motor. Okay, that's going. 8-second recipe. Oh, it's making a bunch though. Cool, cool. You're going. You're going, and we have heavy quark enriched mixture. Okay, this episode got away from me. We're gonna wrap up here. Next time, we're going to finish. We're gonna finish this. I'll make a large mixer between episodes. We'll slam these into the fusion reactor, or fusion thing, Advanced Fusion Mark III. We'll get heavy quark degenerate matter, and then we'll work on, oh, then we're here. Then we need to get the cosmic ray detector. So that's where we're headed next episode. We got a lot done today. This was a long episode, at least for me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I shall catch you next time.